I lived in Holland all my life. I grew up on the south side of Holland. To have to leave the neighborhood because property value was going up, rent was going up at the time, it was just hard. I kind of felt like, this is my neighborhood. We had about 7, 8 months. What are we gonna do? Where are we gonna go? My neighbor next door, Keith, said, no, we're not gonna let you leave. He started out by getting a grant for like $3 grand. Never asked him to, he just went and said, hey. So that kind of started the ball there.
We all began to scheme. You have a brother and his family here who've been a really essential part of the neighborhood. Like what can we do to just preserve his ability to stay in his home?
We had moved into our house in 2004. I had gotten into some trouble in 2008 and went away for 2 years. Luckily, my wife was able to handle the house and the rent and everything. My landlord, he came to us one day and said, hey, I'm getting ready to retire from my job and we're thinking about selling the house. We've always wanted to buy a house, but I didn't think that we were ever going to be able to accomplish that. And so we just kind of got used to renting. These brothers talked to my landlord, and my landlord actually came down like $10,000 from the price. And so we came up with this plan that through Brian's church and through 3Sixty, they were going to ask for donations.
Altogether, between church and neighbor and other partners, there's almost $40,000 that were collected and granted to help bring the house to a place somewhere they can stay and live. I've always had a pastoral call to the church. The initial instinct was born out of frustration that the church wasn't more hands-on in actual lives and actual community. What would we need to start or build that would allow us to work together with neighbors in a really practical way? 3Sixty was built on a foundation of strong and trusting relationships that were mutual and responsive and giving and receiving of gifts, and then slowly began to gather neighbors to help neighbors. Got to know people by listening to their stories, finding out their struggles.
I had been in some trouble and went away to prison, and when I came out, I was ready to change, and I've always been a hard worker and always worked in different types of construction work. They said, we have a program we're thinking you might be good for, and that's kind of how we met.
It was a really delightful discovery to meet somebody like John and to connect him and the strengths and skills that he brought.
There are other things that Brian has helped me in the past, but the main one was our house. To know that these guys come together, they helped us come up with a giant down payment. We were able to buy the house. For them to do this for us, it was life-changing, 3Sixty's life.
3Sixty has the opportunity to listen and respond in a very, very fitted way to what's really going on in this community. It's not bringing in a top-down solution. It's saying what is ground up, what is emerging from the actual community that we have, and how do we respond together to be the healthiest community as possible. So dollars that are given to support this team leverage all manner of neighborhood and volunteer participation, and so it's a multiplying effect.
I'm just one story. There's many other stories. What 3Sixty stands for is great. Without the donations, they might not be able to do everything they want to do or need to do. I think that's why people should donate.
As 3Sixty closes out our 20th year of neighbor-led transformation, we need your support. Our presence has expanded throughout the city. We have even more opportunities to build strong communities with neighbors, churches, and organizations here in Holland. But we can't do it alone. To keep our momentum, we need $50,000 before the end of this year. Some of you have supported 3Sixty for a long time. Thank you. Thank you for your generosity and for trusting us. Some of you have been watching this work unfold and have been waiting for an opportunity to be a part of it. Now is your chance to join us. Become a committed monthly giver. Make a one-time donation or invest in 3Sixty with a major gift. Help us sustain and mobilize our reach citywide, now and for years to come. You can trust that 360 will use your contributions well. Every dollar raised will go straight back into Holland's neighborhoods, supporting neighbors who care. We're counting on you, our community, to help us finish 20 years strong.